This is an open letter to the Liberty Hill High School class of 2020. The Texas Pledge, mums, and Friday Night Lights. I had no idea that these were the norms of a Texas high school. I remember walking into this completely new school on the first day of freshman year, thinking, well, looks like I'm going to be stuck here for a while. For those of you who weren't paying attention, you know who you are. My name is Shanti Ramsing, and I'm honored to be named the Valedictorian of the Liberty Hill High School class of 2020. For all of us, this day has been a long time coming. To an extent, aka junior year, it felt like it would never come. But in many ways, our time at Liberty Hill High School flew by just before our eyes. That building behind us, Liberty Hill High School, holds some of my most treasured memories. In the dance room, I joined the first line of the Liberty Stars on a whim. I spent Tuesday mornings at 6:45 stretching and wishing I had more coffee. In the big gym, I experienced my first pep rally, ratchetly following along to white noise in the school song. In the robotics room, I spent more hours than I can count goofing off. Oh, sorry, I'm Mr. Pascal. I mean working on our competition robot, which I would have the opportunity to take to state not once, but twice. In Miss Carr's classroom, I joined a team that would call me by the last two syllables of my name instead of the first two, and was robbed of my water bottle, pencil bag, and folder every day for a year. Shout out to whoever finds that time capsule. If you know, you know. In the library, I earned my nickname of Big Sugar, hung up a portrait of Big Chungus, minimally checked out books, in fear that I wouldn't be able to exempt my finals. In the foyer, I was fitted for my letterman as a sophomore, and 2 years later, in the same location, for the cap and gown I stand before you in today. We also shared irreplaceable memories as a class. Together, we watched our football team, basketball team, and girls' soccer team go to state in the same year. We saw them crush Carthage's 40-game win streak. We saw our drill team become regional champions and nationwide runner-ups. We victoriously celebrated the end of our junior year with prom. We saw snow for the first time in 5 years on the one weekend I happened to be out of town, and watched our school get invaded by an army of crickets. We mourned the loss of our friends and fellow students. Throughout high school, we witnessed the rise of meme culture, Fortnite, TikTok, Visco Girls, and the Popeyes chicken sandwich. PewDiePie got beat by T-Series, the dab became a cringe fest, and Star Wars came to a close. In this very place, we watched our football team get beat by Burn It, yes, Burn It, for the first time in 11 years. And in this place, we watched yearly as our senior friends gathered here to leave us behind for the real world. Dear class of 2020, we didn't have the ending we deserved. We waited 3 years for this, for our year at the top of the high school food chain, our year to have as many off periods as we could handle, our year as team captains and club presidents, our year to not understand PSAT memes and shamelessly ask the peasant freshmen to bow down to us, our year to embrace the chronic illness of senioritis. This year, our year, was cut short by something we never could have foreseen. I guess we all overestimated our 2020 vision. Some of us never had a senior night. Some of us didn't have a senior strut at spring show. Some of us didn't start our final athletic season. Some of us never had a final chance at a state run. We didn't have a senior prom or a senior trip. We never pulled a senior prank or deliver our senior gift. We didn't get to wear our college shirts on commitment day. We didn't indulge in the events of senior week. We never walked the halls of the elementary schools, seeing the smiling faces of the next generation and our senior classmates. We didn't get to pick up letters from our 8th grade selves and cringe as we read them in class. We didn't sign each other's yearbooks for the last time and hand deliver our graduation announcement cards to our favorite teachers. Had I known March 13th, 2020 would be my last day of high school ever, I would have done things differently. I would have shown up a little bit earlier to spend time with friends before class. I wouldn't have dashed as soon as possible to avoid getting a parking violation. I wouldn't have celebrated an extended spring break that would unknowingly melt into summer. I wouldn't have stared at the clock, anticipating the ring of the bell. Dear class of 2020, the truth is, nothing in life can ever be taken for granted. The past is remembered and the future awaits, but the only thing we have for sure is now. Throughout high school, I spent way too much time stressing over the difference between a B and an A and an A+. But when I look back on my high school career, I don't want to remember the nights I spent frantically studying for an exam. I don't want to remember tirelessly plodding through my homework. I don't want to remember the self-inflicted stress and sleep-deprived days. I won't be recalling the test I failed or the test I nailed because I spent hours upon hours of studying for it. I won't be remembering what. I'll be remembering who. After spending over 2 months in isolation, I missed school, but I didn't miss doing homework, studying for tests, or going to class. I missed the people I did those things with. I would have given anything to go back for one more day and see you all again, because meaningful relationships will always outshine any good grade. If I could go back, I would tell myself to go to every home football game. Go to homecoming every year instead of just the first. I would tell myself to invest more time in the things and people I love. Dance more. Spend more time with friends. Take them up on the offer to go on late-night Whataburger runs. Go to Walmart after robotics to mess around, get supplies. I wouldn't tell myself that studying the extra hour isn't worth the sleep I'll lose. Don't beat yourself up over the 5 points you lost on that test. In the end, it won't matter. Dear Class of 2020, as we leave behind the life we've known for 18 years for something completely new, I know I will be shifting my focus. Instead of placing my value and self-worth in the numbers and letters on my transcript, I will be placing my value in people. I will focus on spending time with friends, making memories, exploring my new home, and soaking everything in. Because one day, that time in my life will also come to a bittersweet end.
We did regionals and we got first place in our division and we're going to advance to state.
Liberty Hill High School.
I wish somebody would have told me.